Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I decide to embark in this journey with you guys. And before we do, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and what I do and what I plan on doing on my channel. My name is Mary. I am a reservation supervisor with a big name airline here in the US. I have been a agent with this airline for about 10 years. 5 of those 10 years, I was a reservation specialist. The other 5, I'm a reservation supervisor. So, and the reason why I decide to start this channel is because on my everyday work life, I see a lot of people that I just want to pull back and say, hey, no, don't do that. You're wasting your money. Or no, don't do that. This is fraudulent. And I can't do that on my work line. So I decided to start this channel just to bring awareness. If you want cheap flights, I can help with that. If you're looking for ways to save money, ways to get more bang out of your buck, this is the place for you. So first, what I wanted to talk about is keep your searches top secret. What I mean by that, you're not crazy for thinking that a flight price has changed just after searching it a few times in your web browser. Based on the cookies in your browser, flight prices do increase when a particular route is repeatedly searched, as the site wants to scare you into booking the flights right away to make sure that the prices do not go up again. Always search for flights incognito or in private browser to make sure you are looking at the lowest fares. And also, one thing that I do see a lot is a lot of people do go into lowestfares.com or another third-party website to search for flights, thinking that it's going to be cheaper than the airline directly. That's not always true. Yes, they do sometimes have lower fares that the airline does not, and that's because they pull one flight from one airline, another flight from another airline, and then another flight from the third airline, which they are pulling the lowest fares. Just keep in mind, those fares may be what we call bulk fares or basic fares, which have a lot of restrictions, meaning you may not be able to assign your seats. You may not be able to change your flight if you have an emergency. And the airline is not going to care much that, hey, I have an emergency. This is not what I was told. I was told you can change. But because you are purchasing that ticket from that third-party company, the airline will not be held responsible from what that third-party company told you can do. And when it comes to you having the change, that third-party company is going to tell you, hey, you have to call the airline because this is their ticket. They're going to wash their hands from it. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are looking for that lowest fare, also reading the fare restrictions. So for instance, if you go on, let's say, lowestfares.com and you see a fare that's only about $10 cheaper than the airline directly, you want to bite those $10 and just go buy it from the airline directly. That way, if you do have an issue down the line, the airline will be more helpful, knowing that, hey, they bought this ticket directly from us, so we should be able to help them. Again, take this from me, working from this airline for 10 years, I see this a lot. The airline will be more willing to help you if you buy that ticket directly from them, as opposed to if you buy it from a third-party company. And one other thing that I did want to mention, if you are traveling with your family, especially if you're traveling with little ones, I would strongly advise not buying a bulk ticket or a basic economy ticket or any kind of low fares that have a lot of restrictions. And what bulk tickets are, if you're buying it, let's say from lowestfare.com or Expedia, what they do is they buy these fares from the airline directly at a low, cheap fare, as let's say wholesale, and then they can go back and resell it. When they're reselling it, they do not disclose to the airline how much they're selling these tickets for. So if you have any issues and you need to change your ticket, when you go to the airline, they can't see how much Expedia sold you that ticket for. Therefore, they cannot change that ticket, meaning if they're rerouting you for 2 days later or maybe even an hour later, they're going to want to sell you based on their price that day. And if they can't see how much the third-party company sold you your ticket for, they have nothing to price that new ticket against. So you're having to buy a whole new ticket. that day, which could be the day before you're flying or even the day of. So it's always best not to buy bulk tickets if you can keep from them. But if you're definitely confirmed, if you're definitely going to take that flight no matter what, then buying a ticket is not going to hurt you. The worst thing that can happen is you may not be able to assign your seats until the day of travel. When you get to the airport, the flight attendant may just give you whatever seat that's left. It may end up being a middle seat or a seat in the back. But keep in mind, if you do have a disability, you want to call the airline directly to let them know, hey, yes, I did buy this bulk ticket. Yes, I'm not allowed to assign my seats in advance. However, I do have a disability. You know, I have a fused leg, I have a service animal, or I have a bad back or a bad knee. By law, they are supposed to accommodate and assign you to the seat that best accommodates your disability. So keep that in mind. So this is what I had for you guys today. I will come out with a new video every day to talk about a new topic every day based on flying, just to make sure you guys are saving money or you're getting the best out of your buck, because I know times are tough and people want to make sure they are flying safely and getting the most out of their travels. So if you guys have any ideas, anything you want me to talk about, anything that has happened to you in the past that you want to avoid in the future, or anything at all that you think will be helpful when you guys do travel or plan on traveling and you have questions, put it in the comments below. I will definitely make sure I get to all of your questions and answer them as much as I can. Thank you, and please do not forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe.